Hi, class. This week you will be learning about letters of rec. So, there are a few things to think about for letters of recommendation. One, I think a lot of you are thinking, oh my gosh, do I need a letter of rec for my application? Some of you will and some of you won't. You'll notice in the UC and the CSU applications, there's not a readily available place for letters of rec, but in certain spots for like the EOP application embedded in the CSU application and embedded in the UC application, they are going to ask you for people to give you letters of rec in that. And certain majors will ask you for letters of rec. So not all of the applications are going to require letters of rec right up front, but some of them will. Also, some you'll definitely need them for scholarships, internships, jobs. Letters of rec are starting to become part of your life. So that's why we have included them in class here. So you're going to learn about what it takes, right? You're not going to be writing a letter of rec. What you're going to be learning about this week is what it takes to kind of build a relationship with your professors, and then how to ask for a letter of rec properly. You want to think about, a lot of students wait to the last minute to ask for letters of rec. You want to give your professors time. You want to make sure they have enough information. Information about you and information about the place they're writing to. And that will help them write these wonderful letters of rec. Remember, they're not just writing for you. Typically, during application season, we have lots of letters of rec to write. And now that you are an online student or partially online student, it's even harder to stand out from the crowd. Sometimes we only know your name or your little black blocks from Zoom. So it's really important to provide lots of information for your professor. Say you want to provide your resume, maybe a draft of your personal statement so that they know who you are. So that they know what to write about you, not just that you got an A in their class. So they have lots of wonderful things to say about you. Make sure that you're showing up to office hours. That's a good way to build relationships with your professors. Make sure, maybe if you can't make it to office hours, send lots of email questions so that they recognize who you are, recognize your name. Turn your camera on every once in a while on Zoom. Maybe if you have a Zoom class. You could also email your professor and ask if their office hours don't meet up with your time. You could ask for separate times to meet with them. So that you kind of stand out from the crowd and they can get to know you a little bit better. Because eventually they will need to write wonderful things about you. So I write a lot of letters of rec because I have a lot of students in the MESA program. And it's really important for me to know about you. Melissa writes a lot of letters of rec as well, and it's really important for her to know a lot of things too. So things like having a backup of a resume, a draft of your scholarship essay are really great things to include when you are asking a professor for a letter of rec. And then, of course, asking on time. So these are all things that you're going to learn about in this module. And then you are going to be tasked with asking somebody for a letter of rec. That is going to be your assignment. And I always get this question, well, I don't have anything to apply for right now that needs a letter of rec. That is okay. What you're going to do is ask for a general letter of rec that you can keep on file, so that you can use it for a future date. So you can say like for a scholarship, you can ask them for like a scholarship, for like an EOP or an application, like a application, a UC application letter of rec, whatever you feel like is most relevant for you. I will say the scholarships, the LMC Foundation scholarships do open fairly soon here in November, usually around November, December. So that is something that is maybe really good to prepare for. So you're going to ask them for a general letter of rec to keep on file. And then you can ask them to send it directly to me. Some professors don't like to give it directly to the person. They want to keep it confidential. And that's okay. They can send it, you can give them my email and they can send it directly to me and I will give you the points. So really this isn't a lot of work for you. It's more work for your professors, but you will have to track them down, ask them nicely, maybe remind them a couple times. So it's that practice for you and that building of the relationship for you. And once a professor has written a letter of rec for you and has it on file, they usually keep it saved. I save my letters of rec, and I save yours as well from other professors. And so then when somebody comes and asks me again, it is so much easier for me to write it. It only takes me a few minutes to rewrite your letters of rec. I can write 5 of them, the next time. It's that first time that takes me a little bit because I've got to think about you and look at all your essays and look at everything. So that is letter of rec. And I hope you enjoy the module. Please let me know if you have any questions, and have a wonderful time building relationships.